Viewers, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I pray you all well, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. Say, are those who know equal to those who don't know? And indeed, those who will take heed are those people of intellect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this ayah something deeper than just knowing. As an example, when somebody looks at death compared to another person, they're seeing the reality, they're seeing one reality, but in two totally different ways. So when someone looks at money compared to another person looking at money, they'll see it in two totally different ways. For example, when a very poor person looks at money, they'll see it as need. When an ultra rich person looks at money, they'll see it as profit. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this ayah, that knowledge isn't just the point about knowing information. That's not what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here. Because Allah is saying those who know and don't know, they're not the same. So what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now say in the second part of the verse? إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. Albab is the plural for the word lub. Lub here means core. So then why was it likened then to intellect? If you read the Quran translation, it's because the core of insan is his intellect. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this ayah that if your knowledge, your information, the data you are taking from Islam hasn't then gone down into the core of what you are, which is your intellect, and then it becomes a lens and a prism by which you see life totally different, then you're the same as those people who don't know. Because the Quran and the Deen and Islam hasn't become core to you. So what I mean by that, as by way of example, is when someone looks at death, you can have two people looking at death. When the Muslim processes death, he should see death totally different. When a Muslim sees hardship compared to another person, they should see hardship totally different. When a Muslim sees money, he should see money totally different to someone else, i.e. it's an amana, it's a trust, it's a trial. It's a means by way to exalt the mission of Islam. When a Muslim is wronged, his process and dealing with hardship and being wrong is totally different to the other person. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here, that those who know, are they equal to those who don't know? إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. And those who take heed are those of intellect, i.e. the word albab, like I said, is a plural of the word lub, which means core. When you take knowledge to the core, to your mind, now it becomes your own software system by which you interpret the whole world. That's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala draws the distinction. Otherwise, if it's just information that we know, that we are going to die and we will be resurrected and we will be questioned and we have duties here, but it hasn't hit our core, which means it hasn't fundamentally shaped who we are as Muslims, then we are equal to those who don't know, because it hasn't come to our core. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who internalize deeply Islam, so that it becomes a lens and prism by which we operate, see and behave in life. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.